Um, Dear all, very good morning. I am Hariharan from Saiteck ERP Solutions Private Limited, Chennai, India. I would like to brief you about the Rise with SAP introduction session with you for the next few minutes. This introduction session is about the product offerings and its benefit for the customers. So, welcome to the session. Let me take you through the Rise with SAP introduction overview. So, what is mean by Rise with SAP? So, Rise with SAP is a flexible solution designed to support client business needs in any geographical area to comply with regulatory requirement as well. Here, SAP is taking care of the entire cloud operations since it's a cloud product. Whatever the technical infrastructure, the support, the upgradation support, maintenance, everything is taken care of by SAP. In addition to the product, it's a subscription service, we can say, okay, that combines a set of services and also the product that they offer. They are also having complete set of bundled product which we cannot see in other SAP ERP product or SAP S4HANA on-prem or S4HANA cloud product. Here, all the customers are brought or designated under one single contract with SAP to run their business in their Rise with SAP product. In addition to that, SAP also says yes, they are also running as a intelligent. The product also run as an intelligent enterprise. Okay. In addition to this, they are also having some automations and also having the best uh, uh, services like in terms of the infrastructure, business technology platform, then intelligence suite, the business network that has additional products like Hariba, Fieldglass, Concur, and SuccessFactor. Let me also explain you in this slide what are the components that SAP has in Rise with SAP. SAP Business Technology Platform is very important component where the above development can be built upon. SAP Network, Business Network, where you have a built product like Hariba, Asset Intelligence Network, and Logistic Business Network are built upon, and also SAP Business Process Intelligence. Okay, you can say is a through process analysis that is identifying and implement business process improvement through process analysis. And in addition to that, there are other tools and services that being built when you subscribe as a product with Rise with SAP. Let me explain you what are the clouds scenarios that Rise with SAP has. So SAP is supporting the product Rise with SAP product with two cloud scenarios. One is a public cloud and another is a private cloud. So normally, what's the difference between those? Okay, so just I will just briefly explain you, and also I will explain you later what are the major differences between public and the private cloud. See, public cloud is, you can say, it's a low landscape complexity. That is, the complexity is very limited. Normally, it is recommended for a greenfield approach. Okay, so the public cloud is meant only for customers that has a minimum complexity. You can say it's limited. The complexity is very limited or low, and it should be of mid-sized companies. So the public code is a pre-configured one. The set of business rules are pre-configured one, and SAP also recommends public cloud for customers to go only with a fit to standard process. Because in fit to standard, SAP also has already defined pre-configured solution. Okay, so if you go and do the implementation for a customer that on public cloud, you can very well take those fit to standards model as suggested by SAP. You can do the configuration accordingly. Here, if you take on the private cloud, it's just like the enterprise can say is a magnet of large enterprises, companies like of large enterprises whom have high landscape, the landscape complexity. Okay, they have more than one product, like different systems, different landscape. We can say so they have a lot of integration between the systems, and also the configurations. The customized solutions are very large. So those in those cases, customers can offer private cloud. Okay, so this is just a brief explanation about that. I will also explain you what are the other major differences for the between private and public cloud. Okay, so there are what are the deployment options. So here, what are the comparison between the price with SAP as a service and on-prem? Okay, because you can explain, you can just understand the differences. Okay, see if you are going, see SAP is offering rise with SAP as a service. Okay, it's a SaaS model. Okay, so for public cloud, we can say is the scope, as I already told you, the business are applicable for fit to standards whose customers of mid-size, and the implementation of greenfield. So the contracts, that is the infrastructure, product and service and the technical support are taken care by SAP. Okay. In a nutshell, we can say all the applications, services, support, maintenance, everything will be taken care by SAP. Okay, that is what we call under one single contract. You can say it's a source model concept, so software as a service. Then you have a S1 private cloud. That's just a, you can say it's hosted on private cloud like Azure, Microsoft, Azure, Alibaba, AWS, etc. And if you take as a on-prem, it's a SAP is offering as a, only as a product, okay, not as a service, okay. That is the main difference between on-prem and cloud edition with respect to the SAP product, okay. So this as a product for on-prem is SAP on-prem, what you can say S4HANA, See, everything that you can have taken total control. Okay, full it's a full ERP, full customization as per the business needs that can be applicable for brownfield or greenfield. Okay, so these are the different cloud options that the SAP has. So now I briefly explain about what is RISE with SAP Public Cloud. Okay. So SAP, as I mentioned earlier, RISE with SAP Public Cloud is hosted on SAP. Okay. So the infrastructure is provided by SAP itself. Okay. So in the public cloud edition, SAP has already delivers the industry best practices with scope ID. Say for example, for each of the process, there are scope ID which will be activated based on the client needs. Okay. Say for example, the client has make to order, the relevant scope ID can be activated. So you can say it's a flexible. That is what it's a flexible solution based on the client needs. You can do the client can take this process, adapt the process for them to meet their business needs. So the product is also evolving continuous innovations. Besides this, there are some automation process also supported in public cloud. Okay, so the futures we can say is a pre-configured best practices. Okay, and this is the lowest SaaS based TCO. Okay, then market leading localization, which means you can say is a localized country specific localization is there. Okay, for the cost it effective, and also you can say is the business benefit that you can realize. Okay, as per the customer requirement with on priority level. So this is just about the benefits or the public editions futures, like it's a complete modern SaaS concept. Okay, that is a faster path you can take innovation. The innovation is the SAP is providing in the public cloud is very fast because in every 6 months the product is upgraded. So this kind of facilities that you can have the latest features that the customer requires, everything that will be taken care in the public cloud. So you can also utilize the customer also utilize the advantage of the standardized best practices that SAP offers because the public code is designed in such a way that for a specific industry, what is the necessity, what is the business that they can leverage to run their business process. Okay, so this kind of things, if you also say it's a fit to standard, okay, the scope ID, the SAP best practices or the best practices, the process are pre-configured, and you can also take the fit to stand based on the fit to standard. Okay, this is what the most advantage and benefits of customers going with public cloud. There are also limited functionalities on if customers goes on public cloud. It's not there because as I have explained earlier, for customers that wanted to deploy the best practices with respect to fit to standard solutions as provided by SAP, the public cloud offers lot of benefits. But for some of the other features which has is some limitation, like the minimum customizations and the maintenance activities are taken completed only with respect to SAP schedule only. Okay, because SAP has its predefined set of maintenance schedule date, and accordingly the dates, the maintenance and upgrade activities, patches, everything that will be taken care by SAP. Okay, so in on-prem we say the basis consultant will take care of this, but for the public cloud, the maintenance activity will be taken care entirely by SAP. Another thing is, yeah, in public cloud, it's not like industry specific. We can IS retail something like that. Okay, industry specific like consumer, pharmaceuticals. So those kind of industries supports are very limited in public cloud. Okay, so the same name a few is for manufacturing, sourcing and procurement, HR, professional services, sales and financial services. Okay, that is what the limitation has. Okay, so this solution is more a standardization. That is what SAP says to meet the fit to gap to tailor the needs of customers based on fit to standard. Okay, the process of standardized one. Okay, so within the standardized one, built on pre-configured solutions, the customer can adapt their business process. Okay? So this another thing is this public cloud are hosted on a multi-tenant. Multi-tenant that is it is multi-tenant. So the limitations to the customization is very very restricted. Okay, since this is a multi-tenant. Okay, so it is not exclusively mean for one customer. Okay, that is what the multi-tenant survey is concerned. Okay, there are other customers which can be hosted on that particular tenant. Okay, so that is the multi-tenant is something is shared by more than one customer. Okay, so when the customer needs some customizations, okay, related to any specific process, that is those kind of functionalities are limited since it is hosted on a public cloud. Now, just explain you about the private cloud, private editions. So there is no limitation there. Okay, it's just like your on-prem solution. Okay, so there is no limitation because this cloud is being hosted on a private cloud like AWS, Azure, or whatever may be the private cloud that the customer chooses. Okay, it's of their choice, customer choice. So you can also do some conversion activities, migration activities from existing ERP system, from ECC environment, from also S4 on-prem also. You can also add the add-on functionalities, whatever do, because it's a flexibility. You can also extend, you can also do a lot of customization according to the customer needs. Okay. So this we can say this private cloud is more for customers that has complex landscape with different integration systems. Third party, for example, we have different third party systems that can be integrated. So for this kind of customers, probably we can say example large enterprises. It is what full extensive ERP functionalities since it is a private cloud. Now we can say what is activate methodology. Okay, say for example, if you see is a private cloud, they can do also the customer who are in SAP ERP, they can also move to private cloud, right? So SAP private cloud system conversion. They do also new implementation, SAP ERP system or for any other ERP system, they wanted to move to rise with SAP, they can go for new implementations. So here the new implementation and system conversion are possible in SAP ERP system. But for third party system, only new implementation. And also people customers who are in S who are already in S1 on-prem, they can also move to rise with SAP private cloud. It's only a system copy. And for other customers, they can also move to S1 or select to data transitions. So private clouds offers greater flexibility and functionality than public cloud. Okay, here in this case, the customer can have the dedicated VPN, virtual private cloud, and there is no restriction of the language, country, region needed for to run their business operation in SAP in licensed SAP. So what we say is a greater flexibility, which means you can do a lot of customization and also there is no restriction in any of the functionalities. Here, the other important thing is, see, in one public cloud, SAP manages the entire infrastructure. Okay, but in private cloud, customer can decide or they have the control on the upgrade. Okay, so that they can decide when they have to do the upgrade, so that there can be a minimal downtime or disruption to their organization. So the other advantage of private cloud is customer as customization possibilities. Since it is hosted on a single tenant, okay, in the single tenant, that only the customer can own the particular entire server. Okay, whereas in public cloud, we see that more than one customer can run their business multi-tenant. Okay, but here in private cloud, the customers own the particular entire server. Okay, so that is the main advantage. That is why the we can do customization as per the business requirement. Okay, whereas in public cloud it is limited because it is being hosted on a multiple tenant. And also in private cloud, customer also can retain the custom code enhancement. And another one thing also, there are other possible like it is easily they can do configuration through by using IMG, like what we use in S1 on-prem. Okay, what are the other differences that we can expect uh, private and public cloud? Okay, as I mentioned here, here the first and foremost major difference is private editions or single tenant. That is, the rights with the SAP product are hosted in a private cloud single tenant environment where the services are maintained on a private network protected by a firewall. So you can see the security level of hosting on a private cloud is very high. In public cloud, the Products, you can say the customers, that is the license SAP product, okay? It's all maintained on a multiple tenant environment, okay? So here the services are delivered to customers over a network that is open for public usage. You can say it's a public, okay, since it is that the server is shared by more than a one customer, okay. You can say the other one thing is the private cloud edition is not a SaaS product, okay, because it's not a product offering from SAP, okay, because since it is hosted on a private cloud. But if you take with the public cloud, it's a complete SaaS model, okay. So that is a major difference also with respect to the service model offered by SAP, okay. See here the in type of implementation. See the private cloud. If you choose a private cloud, if you want to migrate from ERP, S1, there are things in brownfield kind of implementation is there, greenfield implementation, and also conversion also there. It is possible. But in public cloud, only greenfield implementation is possible. Okay. As far as the infrastructure is concerned, yes, customer can decide the infrastructure provider where they can host rise with SAP product because since it's a private cloud. But in rise with SAP public cloud, SAP is the only infrastructure provider. So that is what we can say is under one single contract. Infrastructure, product, that is product offerings, and as well the maintenance support. All everything comes under one single contract. So here you can see the line of business also you can have well defined industries specific into 25. There are something about more than 25 industries. Probably there may be some updates as of now. So here if you see the line of business manufacturing, finance, sales and service support like that, okay. So here it's very limited we can say. So the customization part, which I have told you earlier also, it is flexible according to the customer needs. They can also modify the code also. As but it's just like an S1 on premise. Okay. If you take a SAP, Rise SAP private cloud, you can just consider as a SAP S1 on prem. Okay, it's just like an on prem product, but you can say it's a hosting in a private cloud. Okay. Here in customization, these are all limited for part as far as the public cloud is concerned. Okay. So this covers the introduction session about Rise with SAP. If you have any questions, you can just share your comments to my email ID rems at Saiteck.in given below. Thank you all. I will also come up with more sessions regarding the Rise with SAP components like BTP, Business Network Pack, SAP, Asset Intelligence, etc. in future. Thank you all once again.